What's going on, people? Today I wanted to talk about the time when I lost my identity at the same time as my career. And I didn't realize how bad it was until someone asked me a simple question. So, for many years, I was the ramen guy. That's how people knew me, that's how I knew myself. Everything I did revolved around it. So, my entire identity was wrapped up in this one thing. And honestly, I liked it because it was solid, it was clear, I knew exactly who I was supposed to be. My job was making ramen, and eventually I opened up my own business. My hobby was making and learning about ramen. Even my entertainment was ramen. So I read books about it, I watched videos and movies about it, and I know it's quite specific, but it was something that I was obsessed about, right? And then all of a sudden it ended. I had to shut down my business, and suddenly I just didn't know who I was anymore. I was pretty devastated to lose something that I worked so hard for so many years. And after that, someone asked me, "What do you do?" And I just froze because I didn't know what to say. I used to have an answer, pretty solid one, but after that, it was nothing. Just kind of a weird gap where my identity used to be. And the worst part wasn't losing the business. The worst part was losing myself. I had built everything around this one thing, and when it was gone, there was just nothing underneath. And I felt empty and I felt lost. It's like I had been playing a character for so long that I forgot there was supposed to be a real person underneath all that. So I had to figure out, who am I if I'm not that anymore? What's left when that title is gone? When people can't define me by what I do? I didn't want to find another thing that I can be obsessed about and hide behind that label again. I wanted to actually know who I was, the real me, and not the role that I played. So I sat with it. The uncomfortable, not knowing feeling was always there, and I just started doing things because I wanted to, not because it made sense for who I was supposed to be. I tried new stuff, I failed the stuff that I tried, but I explored without needing it to become my new identity. So slowly, things started to come back, small things that I had forgotten about, interests that I had abandoned because it didn't fit the identity that I was performing, parts of myself I had ignored because it wasn't on brand. And yeah, it was good to feel like that again. At the same time, I realized I didn't lose everything. Being the ramen guy, that's where I learned that I'm resilient, that I can stick with something even when it's hard. I learned that I'm a curious person. I like figuring things out. These things will always be with me. So now I have a clearer answer when I ask myself who I am. I'm not just one thing anymore. I'm more than a title, I'm more than a job. Honestly, losing my identity sucked, but it made room for something better. An actual person with depth instead of a rigid role. I'm still figuring out who this new person is. I think when we evolve, we tend to ask this question, and that's okay, we'll figure it out eventually, right? So if you've lost who you were, and if you're in that weird in between space, just like me, it's alright to not have figured it out yet. Sometimes we have to lose ourselves in order to find ourselves. I read that somewhere. I can't remember who he was, but yeah. Anyways, if this video resonated with you, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.